Well, it's May 29th, and I'm on my way to Dunedin Library again. So here goes. This is the third week I've attended the writers group. It's a week after I did my first reading, and I've been digesting that and all the suggestions that I got, and I've decided to rework my story. I rewrote the first chapter. Originally, I thought I would open it with my main character's arrival at prison, but it was suggested that I begin the story with the crime. And thinking about that, I think it's a good idea. And then I can do a flashback from there to give the background information that I wanted to reveal. I've only been to, well, I've lived in a town that had a federal prison. I went to maximum security prison in Ohio 2 or 3 times, and I went to 3 different jails on business and school during my life. So I had some contact with jail, not as a prisoner, but apparently I didn't understand enough about it to make it through a reading. Don't understand enough about prison. And apparently one of the writers in the group had been a prisoner, so he gave a pretty harsh critique of my handling of that. And I thought I knew quite a bit about it. I spent probably 20 hours on YouTube looking at prison videos, and thought I had a good feel for it, but there were some basic things that I got totally wrong, and everybody critiqued the emotional level that I brought to it. They thought that my prison was a lot friendlier and easier, and I needed to make it much harsher and institutional, and that was my perception. But apparently I wasn't able to, I didn't have the skill to convey that to my readers. And I thought, you know, the different times that I've been in prisons and jails, it's such a harsh, depressing place. I even went for a job interview once to be a prison health services nurse at the county jail, and I thought, if I went to work here, I would be going to jail every day. And it was such a horrible place to be, you know, harsh, and the environment is unfriendly, and all the clanging of those big heavy metal doors, and being locked in, and limited view, and you know, the fluorescent lighting, and just the noise of it. It was, I thought, maybe I'll discard the idea of even having my story take place in prison, because to carry that off, it would entail me thinking and putting myself in prison, or thoughts about prison, for months. I don't know how enjoyable that'd be. So I think I may just discard that altogether and try another approach. And I rewrote the first chapter, and it's different than the original one that I had written of 2 years ago, and I think it worked pretty well. It came out to about 1,000 words, and I don't know if I'll read it or not. One of the criticisms I had of my reading last week was that I needed to fluff out the descriptions and make it a little more meaty. I think I was too Joe Friday, just the facts, ma'am, in my writing, and that was something a couple of people mentioned. So anyway, I may read this and, you know, hear what people have to say about it. I got a friendly reception in terms of people thinking it was an interesting story, and so maybe that was the only good thing they had to say about that they can contribute after hearing me read. I don't know, but I'm learning a lot, and it's enjoyable, interesting people. So anyway, here goes.